I walked in on my fiancée cheating. But she didn't know I was there. Narrated by Mr. Freshy. Chapter 1, Meet Emily. Emily wasn't the kind of woman you meet twice. She had that thing, that slow-burn electricity, like danger in a velvet dress. I met her in line at a bookstore. She bought 3 crime novels and a bottle of white wine. I said she read like someone who'd bury her ex and get away with it. She smiled. Depends how bad the ex was. We had dinner that night. She stayed over. I never got my t-shirt back, but I didn't care. Because for the next 2 years, she was my person. Chapter 2, The Perfect Storm. The first year was magic. Emily was funny, affectionate, ambitious. She loved old movies, thunderstorms, and vanilla-scented candles. She wrote little notes and hid them in my coat pocket. Think of me today. Can't wait to marry you. She said I made her feel safe. I believed her. God, I was so happy to believe her. So when I proposed after 18 months, it wasn't some over-the-top gesture. It was quiet. Intimate. Just us, a rooftop, and a ring. She cried. Said yes. Held my face like I was the most beautiful disaster she'd ever found. Chapter 3, Planning a Future. We moved fast. Booked a venue. Sent invites. Had tastings and fittings and photo shoots. Emily was glowing, and not just from happiness. She started working out more. Bought new lingerie. Started waxing places she'd never waxed before. She said it was for the honeymoon. I nodded. But my gut? It twitched. Chapter 4, Strangers in Our Own Home. 2 weeks before the wedding, things shifted. She got weird about her phone. She used to leave it charging in the kitchen. Now it was always in her pocket. Always face down. She had late-night bridal planning calls with her maid of honor. But she always took them in the car, with the engine running. And then there was the hotel key. A tiny plastic card I found in her coat pocket. It wasn't from our venue. It wasn't from a spa. It was from a cheap chain off the freeway. Room 247. I asked her about it. She blinked once and said, "Bridesmaid surprise night. You weren't supposed to find it." Cute. But my stomach said otherwise. Chapter 5, The Night That Broke Me. 12 days before the wedding, Emily said she was going to a last-minute fitting. Left at 6:15 p.m. But I'd already checked with the dress place. No appointment. So I followed her. Stayed 2 cars behind. Parked across the street. She didn't go to a tailor. She went to a bar. He met her outside. Tall. Tan. Slicked back hair and I lift and I know it energy. They hugged. Laughed. Then they kissed. I took a photo. Then kept taking them. They went into the bar. Sat in a booth. Ordered drinks. Her hand was on his leg the entire time. Chapter 6, Inside. I walked in 20 minutes later. Sat at the far end of the bar. Wore my hoodie. Kept my head down. She didn't notice. Too busy feeding him fries and lies. They didn't just flirt. They talked about me. I could hear bits and pieces. He's too safe. He worships me, it's exhausting. I just need to feel alive sometimes. He laughed. Said I sounded boring. She didn't correct him. She agreed. With the man whose hotel key she probably still had. Chapter 7, I left before she saw me. I didn't confront her. Didn't yell. Didn't flip the table. I just left. Because the moment you see the person you love become a stranger, you don't fight them. You mourn them. And I needed time to plan the funeral of our future. Chapter 8, The next day. She came home at 11:24 p.m. Hair messy. Lipstick faded. Said the fitting ran long. I nodded. Made her tea. Kissed her forehead. Because nothing says, I know you're lying, like treating someone better than they deserve. Chapter 9, The Plan. I didn't sleep. I stayed up printing photos. Screenshots. Receipts. I made a folder. Labeled it, Until Death Do Us Part. Inside were timelines. Maps. Text transcripts. I wasn't just hurt anymore. I was ready. Ready to ruin the fantasy she'd built around us. And turn her perfect little wedding into a funeral pyre. Chapter 10, The Wedding. I didn't cancel it. I let it play out. The rehearsal. The family photos. The bouquet prep. Everyone was smiling. Including Emily. She looked radiant. A woman about to win. Until the moment she walked down the aisle. And saw that I wasn't there. Not at the altar. Not in the crowd. But I had left her something. A box. At the front. Inside. The folder. Labeled. Read before you say I do. Chapter 11, The Aftershock. They say time slows down during a car crash. Turns out, weddings are the same when you detonate them. Emily opened the box at the altar. She froze. The guests murmured. The priest blinked like his sermon just got hijacked by Netflix. She flipped through the pages. Photo after photo. Timestamp after timestamp. A full-blown forensic breakdown of her betrayal. Then the final page, Tell them why I'm not here. She collapsed. Literally. Right there on the steps. Dropped the folder. Sank into a puddle of silk and shame. Chapter 12, Public Opinion. Her mother screamed. Her bridesmaid gasped. Her brother looked like he wanted to high-five me. I wasn't there. But I heard all of it. Because I asked someone to film it. A friend of mine, also a victim of cheating, sat 3 rows back with his phone rolling. Later that night, we watched it with whiskey. Paused on the moment her face cracked. It was beautiful. Justice rarely looks that cinematic. Chapter 13, The Aftermath. She tried to call. 12 times. Then emailed. Then sent a handwritten letter. Said she was lost. Said she made a mistake. Said I didn't deserve this. No sh*t. I never replied. Not because I wasn't angry. But because I had already won. When a liar gets caught, their punishment isn't your rage, it's their reflection. And now she'd have to wake up every day and see the face of a woman who destroyed her own life. Chapter 14, Her Lover. He texted me once. Didn't mean for things to get this messy. I replied with one sentence, good. I did. Blocked. Chapter 15, Her Reputation. The story spread. Not because I posted it. But because secrets that big don't stay buried. One of the bridesmaids leaked the video. People started calling her runaway cheater. Even made memes. She deleted all her social media. Moved back in with her mom. Last I heard, she started therapy. Cool, but therapy doesn't ***k someone's soul. Chapter 16, What I Learned. People ask me if I regret not confronting her face to face. I don't. See, confrontation is about ego. But silence? Silence is the exclamation mark after the truth. She cheated. I exposed her. And then I walked away, with my dignity and my spine intact. Chapter 17, Moving On. I moved cities. Started over. Dated quietly. Told no one about my past unless they earned the right to hear it. Trust became currency. Hard-earned. Rarely spent. I don't fall fast anymore. But when I do, I fall smart. With receipts. Final chapter, Mr. Freshy's verdict. Studio microphone. Mr. Freshy, slow, sharp, powerful. You don't destroy people by screaming. You destroy them by letting them speak. And watching their truth burn everything around them. She lied. She cheated. She played games. So I let her win the game. Then changed the rules after she crossed the finish line. Love isn't blind. It's just really good at pretending it didn't see the red flags. But the second you open your damn eyes, they run. Epilogue, 6 months later. It's been half a year. Half a year since the wedding that never happened. Since the altar turned into a crime scene. Since I let silence speak louder than any speech could. And guess what? She's engaged again. Yeah. To some guy named Trevor. Corporate. Tall. Wears loafers with no socks. They met at a healing retreat. Healing. You cheat, ruin a life, lie to everyone you love. Then call it a healing journey. Whatever helps you sleep at night. A message from her mom. Last week, I got a letter. From her mother. I want to apologize. I should have known something wasn't right. You were always kind to her. Too kind. What she did was cruel. And you deserved better. If it means anything, we still talk about you. You were the best thing that ever happened to her. You know what that letter meant to me? Nothing. But I kept it. Not as a token of love. As evidence. That I was never the villain in her story. She was the villain in mine. Final thoughts from Mr. Freshy. Studio microphone. Mr. Freshy, quiet, measured, lethal. Betrayal doesn't always end with screams or slaps. Sometimes it ends in silence. Followed by applause. So if you're sitting there, wondering if you should check the messages, follow the car, question the story. Do it. Because heartbreak is heavy. But wasted years? That's a weight you carry forever.